Americans, Poles, and nations of Europe value individual freedom and sovereignty. We must work together to confront forces, whether they come from inside or out, from the South or the East, that threaten over time to undermine these values and to erase the bonds of culture, faith, and tradition that make us who we are. Our borders will always be closed to terrorism and extremism of any kind. We cannot accept those who reject our values and who use hatred to justify violence against the innocent.
That was President Trump in Warsaw Thursday, delivering what some say was his best speech yet, reiterating his campaign promise to keep America first. Something we should all agree on, but as usual, the mainstream media disagrees. Check out this headline Vox published. Trump's speech in Poland sounded like an alt-right manifesto. Newsweek wrote this: defend the West. Trump's speech in Europe translated what he said and what it meant. And those are just two headlines. I could go on and on. Joining me now is author of the new book, The Swamp: Washington's Murky Pool of Corruption and Cronyism and How Trump Can Drain It, and co-host of the Fox News Specialists, Eric Bolling. So Trump gives this very powerful speech in Poland the other day, and he mentions God, freedom, and borders. Yeah. And the left can't stand any of that.
Yeah, they're not used to that.
No, they hate that.
They're used to, oh, we're sorry for being exceptional Americans.
Right.
And don't worry, we're all going to have an even playing field. That was Trump's best speech. It might have been his best speech since he's president. I think he was very powerful on the campaign trail. He toned it down as president. I think that was his best speech. I just love the fact of the way the Polish people accepted and loved Donald Trump. I wish the American people accepted and loved Donald Trump the way the Polish people did.
Well, I think a lot of people do, but we don't hear about them. We just see the rioters and the instigators on the streets. I want to show you how some regular Americans, like you mentioned, reacted to some of the lines that the president spoke in Poland. Roll it.
Our citizens did not win freedom together, did not survive horrors together, did not face down evil together, only to lose our freedom to a lack of pride and confidence in our values. We did not, and we will not. We will never back down.
So the red and the yellow dials, those are Republicans and independents, and they really loved those messages.
You weren't turning those dials underneath the table,
I have
were
a
you?
secret box right under here.
Look, he delivered everything that he had promised to deliver. He's delivering, as a president, everything he promised as a campaign person. I tell you, I wrote the book, The Swamp, because I figured he was going to win, but when he got to D.C., we're going to wonder what he had in store for him. And he was slapped with a deeper, more murky, uglier swamp than anyone could have imagined. And guess what? A lot of that swamp is occupied by the people on the right, the GOP pushing back on him. So for him to get out of the United States, deliver that speech, it was a reset. It was a great moment. And I also like the fact that it set him up to go on to the G20, where he met some resistance, no doubt about it. But at least the world saw a really positive moment with President Trump. And by the way, Melania Trump was amazing in that trip.
She gave a great introduction, and she looked beautiful as always. And he actually mentioned the swamp during the speech in Poland when he was talking about bureaucracy and creeping socialism and all those regulations and how that can really create decay in a society.
Let me throw something at you. So he went from the D.C. right to Poland. Now, Poland is at the mercy of whom? At the mercy of Russia for in one respect, energy. Right. So what Donald Trump has done is he rolled back our energy regulation. First thing he did, roll that back, unleash the power of American energy, and that is just a lot of the up jet fuel to the American economy. But also, he goes from Poland, where they really respect that. Look, we've got a guy, we have a friend who's now exporting natural gas to Poland. They love that. Then he goes on to Germany. Guess what the Germans are at risk for, too? Another problem with energy with Russia as well.
Yep.
So the world is a very, very sketchy place right now. And I think by becoming self-efficient in energy, we're solidified ourselves as the #1 powerhouse.
Even sketchier is Washington, D.C., and you have the new big book out, and it's doing very well, so congratulations. Draining the swamp, if you could just say maybe one or two key things that President Trump needs to do immediately, what would it be?
I think he did, and I think, first of all, the book just hit the New York Times bestseller list, which is phenomenal. He tweeted about the book. I think the biggest thing that Trump can do, and I talked to him, I'm friendly with him, and we speak, continue to look at the Oval Office as you do a boardroom. In other words, cut the fat, let people go that aren't working out, bring in people who are successful. Look, we have Rex Tillerson, we have Mnuchin, we have Stephen Cohen, some of the most successful people in the world working for us. One more thought. When was the last time, or if ever, you heard a president say, how much did that cost?
Yeah.
Air Force One, one of the first things he did, Air Force One and Two, he said, we're paying too much for that. And he's going to be flying on it. And he's trying to cut the cost for the taxpayer.
You know who else flew on that?
Continue to do that.
This guy.
And
I'm glad we're taking some cash out of these fat cats that are down there. Whatever you want, Eric.
Yeah.
I'll let you know. Maybe next time he'll let you ride around.
Do you tell him in advance? I want the peanuts, the beer nuts. I want those.
I want the beer nuts and I want the beer.
There you go.
Thanks a lot, man.
Thanks for having me.
CNN allegedly threatening to out the Reddit user who created the viral Trump wrestling GIF. Up next, what WWE fans think of the attempted blackmail.
Gotta get